Hello, this is David G. Hartwell. I'm a senior editor at Tor and Forge Books in New York, and I've been editing science fiction since 1970. I've edited a lot of people over the course of my career, but I'm pleased to also be the editor of Paul Levinson. I edited his first novel, The Silk Code, and I edited his most recent novel, The Plot to Save Socrates, and all the books in between.
Author Paul Levinson.
Help me, Paul Levinson. You're my only hope.
I'm Paul Levinson. This is Levinson News Clips with a special edition countdown to the finale Lost season, which of course will start airing on February 2nd, 2010, just a few weeks from now. I had a good interview this afternoon with Bob Mann for his Let's Consider the Source show. It'll be aired next Tuesday, January 26th at 7:30 p.m. on XM Radio, channel 133. One of the things Bob asked me about were my thoughts about the Lost finale season. Both of us are avid fans. Here are some of the things I told him. 1. I hope the last season of Lost at last addresses some of the fascinating, inexplicable coincidences that occurred when major characters who wound up on the plane and the island were revealed to have crossed paths long prior to that fateful flight. I'm talking about Jack and Desmond, for example, running into each other on the steps of the stadium at the beginning of Season 2, well before the two later met in the hatch on the island. Another example would be Libby being in the mental institution with Hurley, also before they met on the island. I actually wrote a whole essay about this, Lost, Keys to What's Really Going On. You can find a link to it on my Levinson News, that's LevinsoNEWES .mevio.com page. Further examples and analysis of the importance of these coincidences. I'm hoping and I think Lost needs to explain at least some of this. 2. I thought the time travel that ran through Season 5 last year was by and large excellent, intriguing, and very well reasoned. I'd like to see more follow-through on that in the final season, and I'm not sure if the Jacob story can do that. It could if the story stays within the realm of scientific plausibility. I'm taking time travel here to be scientifically plausible, though likely impossible. See another one of my essays, The Enjoyable Trouble with Time Travel, for more. You'll also find a link for that on levinsonnews.mevio.com. But if the story of Jacob and his nemesis resorts to some sort of mystical razzmatazz, I'll be disappointed. 3. On the subject of Jacob's nemesis, I have a feeling he took over John Locke's body well before the events on the island in Season 5. I'm thinking the nemesis took over Locke when he was recuperating in the hospital after his father pushed him out of the window and broke his back. Possibly Locke's father was already taken over by Jacob's nemesis or has some other significant connection to the nemesis. And 4, I think the final resolution will entail not parallel universes, with one group of our heroes never crashing in the first place and the other proceeding just as we've seen them for the past 5 seasons. No, I don't see that happening. Instead, I predict we'll have a uni-universe ending, with all the stories converging and resolving into one. Well, I'm sure I'll have further thoughts on these and other Lost issues, and I'll certainly be reviewing every new episode of Lost starting on the evening of February 2nd, 2010, right here on Levinson News Clips. Looking forward. In the meantime, I'm Paul Levinson. Enjoy.
Paul Levinson's Silk Code, about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to welcome a brand new sponsor to Levinson News Clips. 236 eHarmony members get married every day in the United States as a result of eHarmony's sophisticated method of matching people. There was all kinds of scientific cross-referencing, and eHarmony.com has a special offer for listeners of Levinson News Clips. You can subscribe to eHarmony for 3 months and get 1 month totally free. And the way you do this is you log on to eHarmony.com, eharmony.com, and when you're filling out your membership application form, you will have a place to put in a special code for a discount. That code is EHLEVIN, all capital letters, EHLEVIN. So, check this out. It's a great offer, a great opportunity, and who knows who you might meet on eHarmony.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them. Sierra had always done everything for the thrill.
She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Entertainment Weekly says the plot to save Socrates is challenging fun. The New York Daily News says it's a Da Vinci-esque thriller. And Curled Up with a Good Book says Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplottosavesocrates.com.
I traveled 2,500 years back in time to ancient Athens to save Socrates from certain death, and now he doesn't want to come back with me. Oi, I'm gonna plot! All this and more in Paul Levinson's The Plots to Save Socrates.